Hi, I'm Bridget, founder of Biddy Tarot, the online learning community for people who love to read tarot. Now, today I'm answering the question, is tarot evil and the work of the devil? Now, sadly, there is a big misperception out there that tarot is evil, it's the work of the devil, we're all worshipping Satan when we look at the cards. You know, it makes bad things happen. Maybe it even brings evil spirits into play. Now, often this is as a result of what we're hearing in media, and also a lot of religious beliefs are very anti-tarot and do believe that tarot is evil. So in this video, I want to debunk that myth and show you how tarot can actually be a beautiful, soulful, and divine tool to help you in your journey towards, your greater intuition, greater inner wisdom, and all of those beautiful, good things. So let's have a chat first about where does this whole idea come from about tarot being evil. Now, mostly it's from media and religious beliefs. Now, when it comes to media, if you do a Google search in Google News and also enter tarot, unfortunately you find a lot of news posts about, the psychic tarot reader who scammed this poor lady out of $500,000 because she told her that she had a hex and she could only remove it if she was paid, $1,000 at a time. They're awful stories. But what they also do is they portray tarot and people who read tarot in a really negative way. And we know that not everyone is a scammer. It's awful. And in fact, the scammers make up a very tiny percentage of all people who read tarot. Now, the other place that media often comes into with tarot is think about movies where you've seen tarot cards, or even in TV series. Often tarot cards are presented in a way that you've got like this sort of mysterious woman sitting at this little round table with her crystal ball and her tarot cards laid out. And she flips over the death card and then suddenly the other person falls dead and, it's all chaos, right? And so we start to get this crazy belief that tarot can make things happen, that it has this insane power to do things. And even sometimes we might see in those movies having tarot cards out with the Ouija board, and suddenly there's an evil spirit in the room and everything goes, into chaos. There's plates being thrown around the room and, it's just crazy things. And the tarot cards are there in that scene as well. So no wonder we have this kind of misperception that tarot is evil and does bad things. Now, when it comes to religious beliefs, it's a similar story, but when we come to religious beliefs, it's often around this idea that tarot is sinful. So tarot cards are often associated with divination. They're not necessarily always about divination. But in the Bible, what it says is, this is from Leviticus, do not practice divination or seek omens. So I get it. I get that if you have strong Christian beliefs and you read the Bible and you read this line, you think, okay, I'm not going to do divination. And tarot cards are part of that. So I get it. I get why people may be thinking that tarot is sort of bunched in with that evil group, right? But here's the thing. When we talk about divination, particularly in the biblical sense, it has a lot to do with fortune telling and, unlocking the secrets of the future by occult, supernatural means, right? So that's kind of the definition of divination. And when it comes to omens, it's an event regarded as either good or evil, right? So very black and white. Now, the concept of this idea of, predicting the future is it is sinful because what it's doing is asserting a power that's greater than God's. I get it. I get why that might feel out of alignment, particularly if you have strong religious beliefs. Now, on a more spiritual level, if we were to look at it more sort of metaphorically, what it's about is that you're ignoring the present, which is where you can make the biggest changes. And instead, you're thinking more about the future and you're kind of living outside of yourself. Right? So a lot of these religious beliefs that tarot is evil comes from a place that assumes that tarot is purely about, asserting a power greater than God's, and also predicting the future and keeping your mind in the future. So I want to talk now about, well, what is tarot? If it's not that, what is it? And what makes it not evil? So here's the thing with tarot. Sure, we can use it to predict the future. Do I like to do that? Not so much. And here's why. If we're constantly predicting the future, we're in a place where we believe that it's completely outside of our power. And so if I was to tell you, okay, well, you're going to buy a house in June, and then this other thing, your relationship's going to be on the rocks by August, how do you feel? You feel completely powerless. And that's why I believe that using tarot purely for fortune telling and predicting isn't necessarily the best use. When we want to have this beautiful, good connection with the tarot cards, it comes from when we're using tarot to connect with our inner wisdom and understand more about ourselves and our present situation so that we can make the right changes to create the future that we want. So where tarot becomes pure and good, in my belief, is where we start to use it more in the present versus the future. And that's why I really fundamentally believe that tarot is not evil, because when we're using it for understanding more of ourselves, we're empowering ourselves, we're connecting to, our inner selves where there is just purity and universal energy. And I cannot for the life of me see what is evil about that. So if you've ever been worried yourself about using the tarot cards and thinking, oh my goodness, am I playing with something that's really evil that might bring about bad spirits? My answer to you is no. Tarot is a beautiful tool, and it's up to you how to use that tool. But I want you to know that there are some very special, beautiful, soulful, divine ways of using this tool for good. And that is keeping in the present, using it to connect to your inner wisdom, and using it to empower yourself to make the right decisions in your life. So there you have it. I hope that today's video has been helpful for you. Maybe, just maybe, it's relieved a little bit of pressure or doubt that you might have had about using the tarot cards. So I hope it's had that impact for you. And of course, if you want to learn more, come on over to biddytarot.com, where you'll learn how to use tarot in a beautiful and gorgeous way. Bye for now.